Hey everybody. So I kind of wanted to come here. Um, okay. There are so many things that I have been doing for the past. I want to say since May. I'm going to say since May, the end of May, going into June. Okay. I'm going to say to you though that one of the biggest things I learned, shout out to King Ashley Ann. I took her manifestation course. I recommend it to everyone. Take it if you can. Whenever she offers it, because she doesn't offer it that often from what I understand. But from there, I looked into something that I had already known about, but I didn't take it as seriously until I took her class, which is the 12 Laws of the Universe. And really did a lot of work around that. So they all work together big time. And it's so funny. I just literally had this epiphany of my own where it's just like you learn so many things for yourself as you're in the process of really trying to learn, as you're really trying to put yourself into a new place, as you're trying to learn something different about your life, right? One of the key ways to really get yourself on the path to what you want to do is to find people already doing it. If they're doing it, you can do it. And if you can do it, you can get the same results, if not better. You know, I think we've all been told this numerous times about mirroring people, about finding mentors that'll show you how to get to where you're going. But I also had to be honest here, because, I mean, with this stuff that's coming out with this current coach that has really been belittling people since this coach came across my vibration, I never latched into her. I don't like people like that per se, right? I don't think that you necessarily have to, you don't have to hire every coach that comes past you. Some may be a fit for you, some may not, and that is fine. Just because I recommend someone here doesn't mean it's a fit for everyone else. But I'm telling you right now, if you are looking to learn some tips from someone who thinks like you do, like you need to really kind of write down stuff that's really your vibe. Like really your thing to do, right? Like, be clear about that, because then you and your coach should kind of have a few of those things in common. It should align itself in some way, and then you should see a lot of it coming out, more of it coming out, and you like, oh yeah, I made the right decision. But one thing I'm going to tell everyone, the law of proximity is key to your life. Yes, it is. You will make breakthroughs as you start to pay attention to what you put your focus on. I have come here and talked about mindset numerous times. But mindset is not just, it's like when you start to really get into the vibe of give and take, or the flow of this planet that we're living on, I'm just telling you, things are going to start coming to you. Answers are going to start coming to you. People will be put in your path. something will miraculously pop up on your phone that you never downloaded. Like this recently happened to me. And the information in it was really needed. All I can tell you is get into what it is that you want to get into. It's very good though, and one of the best ways to kind of put yourself into proximity with people who are doing what it is that you want to be doing is to join different groups that are doing it. You don't have to pay for all of them either. And eventually you're going to have to pay, and you're going to want to pay, because you're going to want to be around the type of people that are really getting results in an area that you want results in. And I'm going to tell you, I've had so many people tell me different things when it comes to this. But at the end of the day, that's really the bottom line. You start off trying to put yourself in the vibration of those who are already in the vibration you want to be in. And then as you get there more and more, you'll get invited into groups. You'll find more groups because you're focusing on this. I have said numerous times at this channel, anywhere just about that you find Bathing in Herbs online, that studying abundance is key to having abundance. It is not just what you have basically been told out here. There's more to it. And studying abundance is not necessarily about going to school for abundance either, unless it's a school of life. There may be an older woman or man in your town that's got some real knowledge when it comes to abundance that you need to study under. You have to be open to that process. There's a lot of different ways to open yourself to it. I'm not going to go into all that right now because I'm super excited. I just got some very good news tonight that I have been working on consistently. Now, this I've been working on consistently since July. Started working on it in July. I just found out that it can't, like, everything came through in August. I thought it didn't, but it came through in August. And I know it's going to come through for September. It'll come through for October because I'm working. Be consistent. And as you find people who are willing to teach for whatever your budget is at the time, take the course. Take it from just about everybody. I'm telling you, I got so many courses. I've told y'all about the first course that I took that was just like, that course made me realize I was determined to get where I'm headed. Okay? Honey, I'm 75, if not 90% closer to it than I ever was when I bought that course. Than I ever was when I took that course. Than I ever was when I was trying to employ all the action steps of that course. That course was just not for me. For other people it has been, but for quite a few others it hasn't been. This course was such a blunder. She's opened up a lane for someone else, okay, to make the course that needed to be made. That course was key to my life though. I needed to spend that money because it was a lot. I could have bought so many other things with that money. I'm just saying, right? But then I'm not a person that's against spending money on courses. I think you should. But I think that you have to be in your place and feeling good about what you spend your money on, and feeling good about recognizing this ain't it. You understand what I mean? Letting the money go because more is going to come back to you. That's number one. And then number two, feeling good about realizing this ain't it. There's nothing here. There's no knowledge here. There's nothing wrong with that. It's okay to be able to say that. Okay? But then move on to the next course. Also, you cannot base a course on how much it costs. Because some multimillionaires are out here giving courses away for like $5. $1.25. I have recently seen that. I'm like, really? Hey, what you do? Do not judge it based on the amount. A lot of people go, you get what you pay for. Pay attention to the person and see what they're doing and see what they're going to give you. If it's $1.25, spend $1.25. If it's $5, spend the $5. If it's $40, spend the $40. Whatever the price is, spend it. If it vibes with you, and get from it what you can get from it. Some of it is very simple and straight to the point. Some of it is a little bit more nuanced. Like you have to be a little bit more intuitive to understand everything coming from it. You also need to be able to get off your spirituality kick for just a second, because not everybody who is practicing business practices the type of spirituality you practice. I mean that. So you need to be a spiritualist that's willing to go into an all-Christian space and shut down your nonsense when it comes to being offended by what they say, and get the knowledge and information and get out. And be respectful and not try and make it about you and your tradition, because it's just not. It's just not. Abundance don't have nothing to do with that. Okay. The same way around. Other way around, if you're a Christian and you're going into a complete spiritualist, witch, pagan, whatever space, but they got the sauce of what you're trying to find out, go in there. Nobody, it's in both of those cases, there's going to be something spiritual about the practice, and it is at that point that you need to determine if it is something that you can do. Okay, if you are more of an eclectic person and you believe in everyone's right to be able to practice spirituality and their form of going to God in whatever way it is that they do, then this is an easier process for you. But I tend to find that a lot of Christian people go to people who use the Christian bell, ring words, the main ones that get all the bells ringing. But I've also not shied away from those spaces, and I'm not Christian at all, but I'm willing to listen. Because if you willing to take and uproot your whole family and move to another part of this globe, and you got into the dugout wherever you went and you slugged until you brought back abundance for yourself, for your family there, for your family in this country, I want to hear what you got to say. I want to hear what you got to say. I want to hear it. It may not jive with everything that I'm about, but there's going to be something in there that's going to be beneficial to me. And I'm not judging based on spirituality practices. I'm just not going to do that. I don't have time for that. Seriously, I do not. And that's because gems can come from anyone at any time. Okay? Another thing is, don't think that because you spent a lot of money on it that they know what they're talking about. But there's something that you're going to learn from that experience. The point is, you need to be willing to walk in and understand you're about to learn something one way or another. It doesn't matter. You may find a very good contact that's about to be your friend for the rest of your life. And I mean a very good business friend, someone that you can run stuff by, they can run stuff by you. And it's that type of connection that you would not have found anywhere else. And that may be all that was there for. It was worth it for the two of y'all to go into this class to pay $10,000, $20,000, or $2,500, or whatever amount of money, right? To meet each other. Okay? But this person, you two may be like, you may be the lock and they may be the key, and y'all unlock some riches for yourself. Y'all unlock abundance for yourself in the form of health, in the form of longevity, wealth, in the form of unlocking abundance, in the form of travel, in the form of being introduced to certain people, etc., etc. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just here to tell you, do not look past anything that is really ringing on, like piping on all cylinders for you. Like they all moving like this, like everything's moving. Pay some attention, and maybe if you can, get right into it. Okay? There are some people that are going to move you, and there are some people that are going to move you away. Okay? You just have to pay attention to what you're feeling. But I'm here to tell you, you want to get into a place where you are communicating with like-minded people. If you're into investments, find yourself an investment group. Recognize when you have elevated out of an investment group and keep pushing to the next level. You're going to meet more people. and ask that that be a part of your process. Okay, there's so much more that I can give here right now, but I'm so excited. I did not put together a list, so I don't want to say much more than what I'm saying, because I think it's going to start to sound discombobulated and weird. So everybody have a very good evening. Please remember, find your tribe. And your tribe is very different than the people you grew up around. Period. All right, everybody. Have a good evening. Peace.